This isn't easy. As some of you may know, my mother spent the better part of a month in the hospital. Unfortunately, on December 19th at 6:17 p.m., she passed away. My mother was only 67 years old. It's way too young. In 2017, on April 7th, I lost my father. So now, I'm it. Fortunately, I do have a lot of good people in my life. This is the hardest video I've ever had to make. I'm going to take a break from YouTube until after the first of the year. I'm going to leave my post office box in the description, in case, because I know a lot of YouTubers do it and I've never done it. But in this case, I thought maybe I'm going to try to write some shows. December shows never even got written because of everything that was going on, and I tried to keep you updated as much as I could. I'm just sad. I'm sick. I'm getting better. I have a sinus infection. I don't know if you can hear the stuffy nose. I always cough. So that's nothing new. I don't know how to even say this, but I need to thank the people who've been there for me. You know who you are. And I'll be spending Christmas with Diane. I'll be spending Christmas Eve during the day with my cousin. She's taking me for a COVID test my doctor wants me to have out of an abundance of caution. And then we're going to Walmart. I've been so blessed by all the wonderful people in my life. Considering everything that's been going on, I never really thought through the whole thing, that she would actually not make it. And she didn't die at all of what I would have thought that she would have died from. I thought that her breathing problems, I thought she would die of lung failure. I never imagined respiratory failure. I never imagined she would die of kidney failure because of sepsis. I believe partly because she only had one kidney to start with that worked. We just never knew it. I don't know if anything could have been done had we known before that she was only dealing with one good kidney. The other one was atrophied, and I'm told by the nephrologist, that's the kidney doctor, that when that happens on one side, it's usually from birth. Which means in her family, loaded with kidney disease, she was already behind the 8 ball, only having one to start with. So, I don't know if they, because if your kidney blood tests are okay, they don't think about it. So I don't know. I mean, in my case, I've had pelvic ultrasounds, so they've seen pelvic CAT scans. I've had ultrasounds of my ovaries a million times. They've looked at both of my kidneys, But most people don't have all those scans. So there are probably a lot of people, I don't know the statistics, maybe you do, out there. Oh, I'm sorry, I kicked the computer, the camera, who probably have one kidney and don't know it. And you can live a normal life with one kidney. It's just, it becomes more challenging if the other one is damaged, what they call acute kidney injury. And she was never able to recover from that, as I said. I'm going to do something a lot of YouTubers do. I'm going to leave my post office box in the description, because I know people send things, and I'm not looking for, I'm just looking for a card. I've gotten a few from close friends and family, and they mean the world to me. I have an envelope, in fact, full of the cards that Mom got while she was in the hospital that I never got to read to her, and it stinks. I do want to thank the people at the, I don't know what you call the unit, the end-of-life care unit, more or less, at Milford Regional Hospital, and the volunteers there in particular for their care of my mother in her last day, and the beautiful Afghan that they gave me, that the volunteers made. I know you don't want to hear me talk about this anymore, but I had to let you know what was going on. For those of you who might not have, who might have been looking for my videos, I do have subscribers, 116 of you at last check, and you mean the world to me, and I will be back, like I said, after the first of the year, after I have a chance to actually write some shows, which I didn't have a chance to do in December, and I have a chance to wrap my head around my grief and finish up my mother's, the things you have to do. And so thank you for your patience in waiting for me. I will be back, like I said. I want to thank the people here who have been, and online, who have been so kind and so supportive. I want to thank once again Stephen and Amber at Treasure Hunting with Jeebus. I want to thank, for their prayers, and I want to thank the fallen angel Christopher Daniels for his kind words and his thoughtfulness of sending private messages to me on Twitter. Just so many people. Francine, for her prayers. Francine Fournier. I'm fortunate to have these wonderful people. Who else? I know there were more on here. My mom testimony replied to me on here very sweetly about my mom. Someone else did too, and I can't remember now. I think it was Life with Malamutes, but I'm not sure. And I want to thank them all for their kindness. I think that's very important. That's the way I was raised. I'm going to get this up as quickly as possible and share it everywhere so everyone knows what's going on. Please continue to keep me in your prayers through this process, through this holiday season. I made it through my dad, and I will make it through this. It's just different because I don't have my mom to make it through it with, She should have lived to be 80 years old or whatever. Not that it would have been any easier then, but at least she would have been old. I always thought she'd live to see me become a senior citizen. She lived to see me become middle-aged. Maybe slightly older. Anyway, I do think it's amusing. In her records, they always describe her as a woman of late middle age. My mother was a senior citizen. She was elderly, but not very elderly, if that makes sense. But thank you. Like I said, I will be back. I just need this time. till after the first of the year. Probably around the second week of January, I'll start January shows. Thank you. Thank you to all of my subscribers, all of my YouTube friends, for their patience and their kindness. Goodbye and God bless you. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Okay.